This conference will now be recorded.
Very good evening, everyone. So this is Srivalli. Can I just can you guys just confirm in the chat box if you are able to hear me? Am I audible? Hello. Yes. Thank you everyone for confirming. So it would be easy for us to call your names out. So I request everyone to give your name first and then the roll code given by Biosetup Life Sciences. See, like when we just go through the chat box, it would be easy for us to call you with the name rather than calling you with the Biosetup roll code. So I just request everyone to just follow those basic rules. So yeah, so coming to the CUET Common University Entrance Exam Test 2022. As we all know that life science questions plays a major role. 60% of the questions belongs to the life science department, and the remaining 40% would be English, general awareness, and then aptitude. And it also English also plays a basic major role when it's generally the scoring subject. These are the topics which we are going to cover throughout the 30 days crash course. So today we'll be discussing about the error correction. So these error correction questions will be mostly these are the basic topics which everyone has to know, because the error correction might be asked directly, or they might ask in the sentence forms, or they might ask in the paragraph formats, or these the rules which you will just learn in this error correction might help you out in filling up the passages and answering the questions in the answering paragraphs. And these topics which we are going to cover in this crash course will not only help you for this one particular exam, but it will also help you in various competitive exams which you will be writing, like JNU, and then IITs, exams for IIT entrance exams, and sometimes these are also useful for GATE. And then if you go further ahead, it will also be useful for you when you are applying for IELTS, when you want to go abroad. So these are the generalized topics which everyone has to know. And so initially, let us start with the basic topic, which is error correction. There are several rules which a person has to look when he or she is filling up or finding out the errors. The first and foremost rule is to check whether the singular or the plural verb is used in the sentences. For example, when the verb, I hope that you all guys know about noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, and all. Just confirm in the chat box, or do you want me to teach those basics also? Confirm in the chat box, please. Thank you, Satyam. What about others? Okay, you guys know all the basics, right? Like noun, pronoun, and all. Fine. So yeah, so verb, when whenever you be look into a sentence in the error correction, make sure that you look into the verb, whether the verb is a singular verb or the plural verb. If the singular verb is there, just check if there are more chances that the error might be seen only near the plural, whether they are regarding mentioning the plural. See, in this sentence, many students is learning computer. Do you see any error in this sentence? Uh, I want answers in the chat box. Please let us make this an interactive section. Let this English class be an interactive one, because I know like our life science classes would not be this much interactive, because it will be more of one way talking, where the lecturers will have to dump knowledge into your brains. Yeah, students are learning Purnima, correct? Correct, correct, correct. Yes. Yeah, Mona Lisa is error. So yeah, so these kind of sentences or these kind of error correction sentences can be seen in the examination. Many students is learning computer. So here is shouldn't be there. It has to be many students are learning computer. Okay, just a second. Okay. So here is the error. This is has to be converted to R. Okay. And next, basically what we do is we look at the fillers before the infinite verb. And infinite verbs are the words which are used after to. If you see this sentence, can you tell me where the error is? Do you know to play? When you read this sentence, it might be clear that one of this sentence is lacking one filler. There is one word which is missing in this particular sentence, and those mistake will be the filler verb. Yes. Yes, Prachi, you're correct. Yes, Barsha, you're correct. Purnima, correct, correct, correct. And how should be added? Do you know how to play? Fillers has to be added before to. Okay, please remember this. The fillers are added only before to. And you also have to check for the tense of the verb which is used in the sentence. Here, can you see any mistake in this? It is rain. It is raining. Okay, nice. If it is not like there is the other option which is called it is about to rain. There are two ways of writing or expecting an answer for this. It is raining or it is about to rain. Okay, do you guys agree for that? It is raining or it is
Um,
about to rain. Yes.
Excuse. Can you see the examples for the infinite verbs? Like infinite
Sorry.
verbs. Infinite verbs example.
Yeah, any see infinite verbs are described as the words which are used with the word to. See, if you see in this sentence, do you know how to play? Any word after to, whatever the word might be, it might be play or dance or sing.
Hmm.
So
After
all
two.
those words will contribute to infinite verbs. Okay.
Okay, done now.
Yes. Anything else? Or can I move to the next slide? Okay. Next, coming to the next rule, or basically, see, all these things are the ones, the rules or the words which we are discussing are the most common errors which are found, and those errors we are considering the most important or commonly seen errors, and how to solve those errors. Fine. I hope you get the concept. And basically, for the singular nouns, there are few singular nouns which represent the plural word. For example, cattle, people, police. And can you guys mention some of the singular nouns which will represent plural? Easy. Answers in the chat box, please. Singular noun which represent plural. The word has to be singular, but it has to mention, or it has to mention, the meaning has to be the plural. Okay. Did you get this concept, or can anyone give me examples in the chat box? Troop. Okay. Troop is not a noun, Purnima. Deer. Good. Team. Team, not team. Tongs. Yep. Correct. Chachi. What about fish? All the answers are correct. So, troop is not a noun, as I've mentioned. Deer, tongs, everything is correct. Pupil. Okay. Adricha. Okay. So good. Yeah. So when there might be a chance of error near the singular nouns which represent the plural. Here you can see that the police have come. This is correct. Even though the police is a singular noun, it will represent a group of police together. That means it represents the plural verb. That is the reason we use plural filler called have. And there are some plural nouns which will represent the plural things only. For example, scissors, trousers, thanks, and this thanks is generally considered as a plural noun, and this is the it's one of the important one which has to be remembered. Thanks, congratulations. Okay, please note this down. Thanks, congratulations are the plural nouns. So there might be an chance of getting a question saying that. Okay, let me give you an example. The trouser is on the table. Is that correct? The trousers is on the table. Socks, earphones, pliers. Okay. Yes, Purnima, you're correct. The trousers are on the table. Those are the plural nouns. Even though it will represent a singular, they have to represent. They will have to be gone with the plural fillers. Okay. And the other rule is when a number is followed by a noun denoting measure, length, money, number, or weight, the form of the nouns does not change as long as they are followed by other noun or the pronoun. For example, generally we use a million, a page, a meter, a year, and a dozen, a foot, a head, right? These are used when it goes with a number. This is a 9-meter cloth. This is the correct usage. And the wrong usage will be, this is pair of shoes. That is wrong. This is a pair of shoes is correct. Okay, whenever you are mentioning these words, it has to be either followed by a number, or it has to be either followed by a correct noun or pronoun. This pair of shoes is for Sarah. This is the correct usage. This is a pair of shoes for Sarah. This is also incorrect. If you just say this is a pair of shoes, correct. That's correct. You got the difference between three sentences. I just hope you got the difference between three sentences. If not, you can put it in the chat box. Okay. Whatever you have doubts, you can put in the chat box. If I just overlook the messages, you can ask me at last also. Okay. And next point, certain nouns, especially which belong to the collective category, are used as a singular when they specify a unit. As we discussed a little while ago about the team, the public, people, and all together, they are used as a singular one, though they represent a plural denotion. They represent many number of things or many number of people, it is considered as a singular noun. The public was unanimous in its opinion. This is the correct usage. So I'll tell few sentences. I want answers in the chat box right now. The sentence is, the orchestra were applauded by the musician. The orchestra were applauded by the musician. Okay, by the singer. The orchestra were applauded by the singer. What is the error in the sentence? The orchestra were applauded by the singer. Is everyone there? Are you guys sleepy? Yes, where is the error, Parish and Tiasha? I just believe that you guys are not sleeping. The correct usage is the orchestra was applauded by the singer. Okay. And next, moving ahead, if the pronoun one is used, it must be maintained throughout. There are some pronouns which will go instead of nouns, and if we use one in a sentence as a pronoun throughout the sentence or throughout the paragraph, you have to go with that one pronoun. Okay, we have to use the pronoun which is one in every single place. For example, one must respect one's elders. Okay, these are the correct sentences. So the other examples will be, one must eat their own food. Do you find any error? It sounds good to you, but there is a grammatical error there. I hope you guys got the grammatical error. It sounds good to our ears, but there are several grammatical errors which are seen there in that particular sentence. And next, if we move on to the other one, the word whose is used for living people and which is used for living things and non-living things. It's basically about the word about the word which is called whose. Whose is used only for the living people, non-living things, and or the ideas. Whose for living things and living people, and the word which is for non-living things and non-living ideas. Okay. Okay. I want answers in the chat box. Quick answers in the chat box. I'll give you a few sentences right now. I'm just gonna speak. I mean, please mention what is the error and what is the correct one. Like error hyphen corrected one. Okay. Which person does A belong to? Sorry. Wait. Whose team? Which table when the quantity is defined, generally when you want to represent the lower quantities we use the word less, low, and the fewer. So when we are representing the less, low, and fewer, you have to just make sure that you represent the number or number after that. For example, if you can see in the sentence, no fewer than 20 people were there, where you can represent the words which are called, which come along with low, less, and fewer. Make sure that you keep a number after less, low, and fewer. Plural forms, it has to be always whenever the one of whenever the word one of is present, it has to be followed by a noun which is in the plural form. Okay. And if you can see the example, she's one of the least important people in the office. Here, one of is a word which we are focusing on, and it comes along with the plural verb. Here, the plural verb is in the people. Just to confirm, can you guys hear me properly, or do you find any lagging in my voice? Did you miss out any topic or any sentences? I just wanted to confirm because I can see bad connection on my screen. Okay, Sucharita, you are clear. Okay, okay, fine. You were able to listen the examples and the errors which I in this previous sentence I was speaking about whose, which, less, fewer. Did you guys listen to the examples which I gave in this slide also? Okay, fine. Take it. And next, moving on. Dan is the only word which has to be used after no other. If you want If you have used no other in a sentence, then definitely than has to be there in that particular sentence, and there is no other word which can fit into the sentence. For example, I like no other movie than Titanic. And the other words after the word no, how, what, or when should be used before using the infinitive. I know how to speak English. As we discussed earlier, the words which come with to are called as infinite verbs. So whenever you are using infinite verbs, you have to use no, how, what, or when. But whenever or instead it'll be like a vice versa kind of thing, like no, how, what, or when is used only after words can be used only when the next word is infinitive. And if the verb indicates a purpose, an infinitive must be used, and if the verb indicates a cause, a gerund must be used. Example: he went to the mall to watch a movie. He was suspended for showing indiscipline. Here, going to mall is a purpose. That is why infinitive to watch a movie has come. Here, he was suspended. This is a cause. Like why he's suspended. You are saying the cause. When you are saying the cause, the gerunds like for showing must be used. Here, the gerund is for. Okay, I think you are clear on this. And moving ahead, as is not used with the verbs like appointed, elected, considered, called, but it is used with the words regards. Example: he was elected secretary of the organization. He was elected with, in general words, we generally say he was elected as the secretary of the organization. In the generalized terms, when we speak, he will generally say he was elected as secretary of the organization, but that is not the correct uses. This is one of the common mistakes which everyone does, and I want all of you to make a note of it. I thought the showing in the sentence is gerund, ma'am. Yeah, see, to watch for showing. When you are using the word showing, the gerund has to be for, right? It is like for, it's like together. You got the point, Sucharita? It's like together. Yeah. Okay, fine. I regard Sahel as my best friend. As is used with the word regard. Okay. This is one of the common mistakes which everyone does, and I want all of you to make a note of it. And moving ahead, adverbs should not be confused with the adjectives. An adjective um, describes the characteristic of an subject, while the adverb describes the action of the subject, action of the verb. The horse looked beautiful. This is a correct usage. Question tags are generally used opposite of the sentence, which means that if the sentence is positive, the question tag has to be negative, and it has to be the vice versa. If the question is positive, the tag has to be negative. If the sentence is negative, the tag has to be positive. So this kind of question tags has to be noted down, and there will be several questions on the question tags, and I hope you guys know what is a question tag and all. This question tag can be seen in the fillers, error correction of sentences, and then you can expect this type of questions in the fill in the blanks, or in the paragraphs, seen paragraphs, unseen paragraphs. So these kind of things can be seen. There might be at least 4 to 5, 2 to 3 questions which are related to question tags easily in the paper. If you were dancing, weren't you? This is the correct usage. An infinitive word should never be split. As I told you, infinitive verb is the words which come after to. A pronoun after like, unlike, and let takes an objective case. Objective case, I think you guys know it. What is an objective case? When you are objective case is when you wanted to do something or when you wanted something to happen. That kind of scenarios are called as an objective case. Okay. Example, you will never find an woman like her. Let me do it. Okay. Here the pronoun in the sentence let me do it is me, and in this above sentence find a woman like her. Her is a pronoun, and then a superlative pronoun that is used instead of who or which after adjectives in the superlative degree. Whenever there is a superlative degree verb which is used, the pronoun, the relative pronoun that is used instead of who or which. I think you guys know what is superlative degree. If you are not ever, I just wanted you to go back to the basics and just know what is superlative degree. Like good, better, best. Best is the superlative degree. Whenever the word best is used, a relative pronoun that has to be come into the action instead of who or which we generally use with good or better. Okay, so here are the few examples and error corrections. I'll send a picture of this, and I want all of you to work on this particular task and get back to me tomorrow. Do you guys want it to do right now, or tell me, or you want me to give it as an homework? Answers in the chat box, please. At least I want reply for that. Do you want me to display right now and discuss here itself, or do you want me to give it to you as a homework to work on it? Are yaar, replace right now. Okay, homework. Okay, I need one more reply. I'll take majority for it. Okay, I'll share the screen, and you guys only. I want the error and the answer. Okay, to start with this question. First one, the taxes to be paid. Can you see my screen? Hmm. The taxes to be paid are still supposed to be calculated blank by the authorities based on how much the sale price of the company's unlisted share exceeds than its fair market value. If you have to tell where is the error, if it is near A, B, C, or D. D is no error. You have to read the entire sentences. Tell me. The taxes to be paid are still supposed to be calculated by the authorities based on how much the sale price of a company's unlisted share exceeds than its fair market value. Hello. Option A. Tushar says option A. What about others? Okay. Okay. What is the error in A? Like what has to be corrected? And Satyam says it's B. What has to be corrected in B? Okay. Charita says no error. Okay. Okay. Tushar. Yeah, whatever Tushar told is correct. Here, the sale price of the companies has to come. Okay. And next question. In October 1940, Gandhi, abandoning his original stand, decided to launch limited civil disobedience campaign in which leading advocates of Indian independence were selected to participate one by one. Where is the error? A. Okay. But is the mistake in error in A? Okay, campaigns. Campaigns is not near A. I think Tushar just correct, no? Okay, campaigns, campaign. That would be the B, no? Like, whatever Tushar you have told is correct, but it comes in the B. Okay. What about others? Only I can see answers from Tushar and Tiasha, but everyone, most of them have replied in the chat box saying that they have to do right now. What about Ganga, Sucharita, Pere, and all? I want to answer from everyone. Next, coming to the other question, I know I'll be compelled to leave his house this week, which will be very disadvantageous for me. Yeah, yeah. The answer is I know I'll be compelled to leave this house in this week, which will be disadvantageous for me. There is an error to share. Just make a note of it. Okay. And next, coming ahead. So these are the sentences which have error. I want all of you to like correct them up. Many peoples attended the funeral of the great man. You can put in the chat box which is correct one. Many people. Okay, correct. The shepherd took the cattle to the field. Okay, correct. Sita could not understand what the teacher was saying. Do you know? Okay, correct, correct. Do you know the importance for clean water? Very good, very good. Of clean water. Yep, correct. Love is the best medicines. Very good, Sucharita. Yes, correct. Love is the best medicine. Okay. The flock of sheep blocked the road. Yeah, correct, correct, correct. The flock of sheep blocked the road. Here, the plural verb which represent the singular verb which represent a plural singular noun which represent the plural action. Okay. The children was playing in the Jane's garden. Okay, okay, okay. The children were playing. Okay, let me underline. Okay, were playing. Next, the children decided to surprise Miss Holmes on Teacher's Day. Hmm, okay, okay, Sucharita. You say okay. There is another. See, I'll tell you. There is a filler error here. The children have decided to surprise Miss Holmes on Teacher's Day. Okay, filler error. Filler is missing here. The children have decided. It's like present perfect sentence. Got it? Okay. I saw Richard when I am on the flight. Okay, okay, correct. When I was on the flight. Next, man have depended on nature for a long time. Okay, correct. Man has depended on the nature. Ramu is a honest man. Yeah, correct. Is an honest man. Yeah. Bread and butter are Sheldon's favorite breakfast. Okay, Tushar, very active. Okay, Piyasha also says is correct. So there are few words which always come together like bread and butter, shoes and socks, like those kind of words which come together always and is represented as singular one. And this is one of the best examples, bread and butter. Okay, and birds of feathers flock together. Of a feather, birds of a feather. Okay. What about others? Okay, okay, okay. Birds of feathers flock together is correct. Okay. Next, the teacher called me on 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, correct. The sweets was distributed between all the children. There are two errors. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Ganga. Correct, correct. Yes, Tushar. Yes, yes, yes. The sweets was distributed among all the children. The sweets were distributed among all the children. Okay. Two errors in a single sentence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct, correct, correct. So here is a paragraph. Okay, shall I continue? I'll take 10 more minutes, or you want me to take a break? Okay, it's okay. Let us complete today because we'll finish on the topic. So here is a paragraph. Take 5 minutes of time. Please note where the errors are and what is the correct word to be used. Okay, I'll read it out for you. My sister Lisa was practicing how to riding a bicycle yesterday. Suddenly, I hear a loud crash and ran to see what had happened. I saw that she was lying in the ground. I quickly pulled her up and brought her home. She was crying out loud. I quickly go inside the house and brought the first aid box. After cleaning the wound, I apply antiseptic to the wound. Lisa has scratches on her hand and knee. To calm her down, I took her to the nearby shop and brought her a big chocolate. Seeing her favorite chocolate, she immediately stopped crying. Within 2 days, her wounds healed and she went to play again. I want you guys to take 5 minutes time, make note of errors and then errors as well as the corrected ones. Okay, ride her when you apply. Okay, are you guys trying or did you give up? I can see answers from only 4 to 5 people, though there are around 20 people in the meeting. Riding, ride here, her. Okay, okay, okay. Here, her. So, okay, I'll wait for 2 more minutes and discuss. Meanwhile, I want answers from all of you. Okay, okay. I'll start discussing now. My little sister Lisa was practicing how to ride a bicycle yesterday. Suddenly, I heard a loud crash and ran to see what happened. What had happened? Okay, I'm sorry. This is correct only. What had happened? I saw that she was lying on the ground. I quickly pulled her up and brought her home. She was crying out loud. I quickly went inside the house and brought the first aid box. After cleaning the wound, I applied antiseptic to the wound. Lisa had scratches on her knee and hand. To calm her down, I took her to the nearby shop and brought her a big chocolate. Seeing her favorite chocolate, she immediately stopped crying. Within 2 days, her wounds healed and she went to play again. Is that clear, or any more doubts or any more additions? Lisa had brought gone went inside. Clear, clear, clear. Okay, that's it for today. And tomorrow we'll be continuing on our new topic, the subject verb agreement, which is the important topic. I hope I'm clear on this. If you have any doubts, you can ping me on WhatsApp. You can put your doubts in the group, or you can text me personally. And I request all of you to just go and practice. I think all of you know all these things. These are very basic questions. You're graduates now. You're about to graduate within few months, and you're applying for the postgraduates. I am sure that you guys know all these basics. This is just to brush up your knowledge, just to improve, or just to make your brains active to remember all those basics. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can text me anytime, and I want all of you to just go and practice the questions. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys, and bye bye. Meet you tomorrow.